Welcome to the Reality After Show, and we are here with no introductions are really needed. Kelley Wentworth,
No.
Jonny Fairplay. I'm a loser from the fans tribe on Fans versus Favorite Survivor Caramoan, but I'm amongst legends. So I feel like when I played Survivor, I may not have done as well as I would have hoped to, but I feel like I won Survivor in a way by the friendships I've made, the longevity of just being a part of this awesome community. And we're now here to talk Survivor season 47 cast assessment.
Or last night was season 40 several because we had Zelensky.
It was.
How did that go? He's actually, I think he's kind of funny.
Well, you know what? You came up and he was just like, dude, Wentworth did like 2 TikToks about me and literally destroyed me. And I consider that like 2 of the greatest moments of my entire life.
It was all, you know what? It was all in good fun. I feel
That's
like
what
when you
I
go on
said.
Survivor, if you cannot make fun of yourself and accept other people making fun of your failures on Survivor, then you're never going to last. You have to have such a thick skin if you go on reality TV. So it was all out of love. It really was.
That's what I felt that I saw the TikToks. I was just like, look, if she didn't mention you, she don't give a F about you. And you know, and he was talking, he was just like, oh, if I had made it to episode 3, I was just like, no. The Zelensky story was complete. You're a first boot legend. The next challenge is they literally lose because they don't have a tall person. So I'm like, it writes itself.
It's so true. Yeah. And we would not have all of these iconic Zelensky moments if he continued on. It wouldn't have the same impact, you know? It's just It was perfect. So he
tried to praise me. He goes, right here in this forum are two of the greatest, the 2 greatest first boots of all time. And I'm like, Zane Knight is not here.
Truly.
But Zelensky was like, the funny thing that he was saying is he's like, dude, I would have been one of the best players of all time. It's like, that might be a little stretching it, but I really dug him even more after having him on our podcast. It was the first podcast he's ever done. He said no one's ever even reached out to him. So he did great on the podcast. We had a really, really good time, and he's a really cool guy. And we're going to just, so people listening right now, if you go back and listen to the assessment we did, we will have Zelensky on here again in the off season.
Yeah, well, actually, fast forward immensely. Me, Zelensky, and Mikey B are doing a degenerate dive. It's Mikey B, myself, Zelensky, and it's several stories from Zelensky. And he's going to talk about growing up with his degenerate gambler parents in Las Vegas. And he goes, I have several stories to share. So apparently there's 7 stories we're going to hear on Monday night.
Listen, I had heard that he had kind of an interesting, if you want to say that, maybe more difficult backstory in childhood. So I think that's cool that he's going to talk about it with you.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And Mikey B is one of the biggest degenerates I know. So I felt he would be perfect to kind of circumvent this. Nothing but love, Mikey B.
Yes.
So everyone buy Watertown whiskey. It's the best. And I see the comment. Sunbull says, cool shirt, Johnny. Yes, available at fairplayshirts.com. But hey, we don't have time to mess around. We have Survivor Legend, Robbed Goddess, Survivor God. I don't even know which one. What crown do you choose to wear today, Wentworth?
None.
Okay.
None.
Fair enough.
Washed up Survivor player is better.
All right. Let's do our here we are. This is the blue tribe because Kelley, you look good in blue. And so here we are. We are sharing.
Did you know that I've been on a blue starting tribe on every season that I have played on?
Wow.
Then you
meant to be.
The stars have aligned.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will say we had Wayne Memon on with us last night with Zelensky and Matt, and he had his winner pick, which was Rome. So that is not my winner pick. I don't think Matt has officially chosen a winner pick yet. So we shall see if the blue tribe harnesses the gold that is our winner pick. And we're starting with
TK. Boy, Taran TK Foster, 31 years old, from Maryland, an athletic marketing manager. So at 31, I think this is a great age to play Survivor. You've had life experience under your belt, but you're also at that age where you're still physically able to do well in these challenges.
Speak for yourself, Bischoff.
What's that?
Speak for yourself.
Well, so listen, he's an athlete marketing manager. 3 words to describe Taran are spontaneous, genuine, and ambitious. And then he wants to be on Survivor because, from a very young age, Taran dealt with a father who was in prison. Okay. And then he was also diagnosed with a kidney disease when he was in high school, beating all the odds. He was able to be cured from that. So he is a true survivor. So he's definitely dealt with a lot of adversity in his life. So he also mentions Tony Vlachos, Tony Nachos, as we like to call him, as a player he would like to play like. Now, listen, this is the first time, Kelley, that I've read these bios where Kelley Wentworth was not the top of the list. Literally every new era cast assessment we have done, people say, I want to play like Kelley Wentworth. This has been a different one. No one thus far has said it, but there's also a lot more people to go through. Listen, they say they're kind of a nerd. Their hero is their mom. I like Taran, and listen, this is entertainment purposes. I have not watched any video interviews, nor has Jonny. And I know Kelley is not done some deep dive
not yet
notes on these people thus far. So this is the initial reaction. I feel that this cast, we said it last night, is going to be a physical cast.
Much more physical than we were talking last night, Matt, not to cut you off. We saw 46 as the prelude to a more physical new era. People that can climb ladders. And this is the next evolution of more physical entire cast in the new era.
Yes. Sorry. So I like Taran. And this is another person with a nickname, TK. We had Solomon last night, having a self-proclaimed nickname. But I like Taran. I think Taran is going to go pretty deep into the game. So,
I'm gonna add. Yeah, I think that with not watching any videos yet, because videos tell you a lot. When you see the video interviews, you get to see how people actually communicate and come across on camera and more their personality. But just based on his bio and text, I think a great potential Survivor player. Very it seems like has dealt with a lot in life. I mean, even just growing up with a single mom, and then it sounds like he played football maybe in high school, and then he had kidney disease and had to kind of, seems like maybe dealt with a lot at a young age, which will definitely make you grow up very quickly to have all of those kind of life experiences that early on. So I think that Taran will be great on the tribe. He also says somewhere in his bio that he's kind of a nerd. So I think he'll be able to connect with a different variety of people very easily, hopefully. Along with having the physical piece of the puzzle, it's that's a big threat right there early on to stay.
Kelley, have you seen any of the videos yet?
No, I'm so behind.
I just watched 2 today, and they were unique in that I felt they were a little more Big Brother-y than anything we've seen, because it shows them on the island talking, and then it the pre-deal, and then it shows them doing stuff on the in game. But they were also kind to them in real life, and there was a doctor or a nurse or that part was very Big Brother-y. How are you today? When they find the keys on Big Brother to go into the house.
Oh my Lord! Don't even.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So, but I could be mistaken, because I get all of my facts from the internet. Let's see if this is true. So you see TK's hair there, how it's properly positioned on to the top, to the back side, kind of.
You're gonna tell me that's AI or something?
Well, no. Tell me if I'm wrong here. Is this I
Are
could
you
be
pulling up a
mistaken.
video?
Well, no, he did mention his father was in prison.
Mhm.
Was his dad Adebisi from Oz? Is this not true? Am I getting false information here?
I
Johnny.
think you're false information, but I will say that
You don't think
I believe he has long dreadlocks. I don't know if any dreads are underneath that little cap.
All right, we're here to correct rumors. So for anyone that heard the rumor that his dad was Adebisi based on the placement of hair, so because I for years have always wondered how Adebisi kept that hat on his head. So okay.
let me just say a couple more bullet points about him. He loves watching football, going to the gym, playing Xbox. He's a marketing manager for NFL players because he was like forced to like stop playing football when he had his kidney disease. So he was able to still do something he loved by working in the industry of sports marketing. When he says he's a nerd, he says he loves sci-fi films and nature documentaries. And so like I feel that TK, like I said, I think he's going to be a great social player. I think physically he's going to be awesome. I'm not sure what kind of outfit that production chose here.
We cannot blame the castaways for their outfits.
No, we don't even touch that. It looks like he's going to a tiki bar though. Like he's like in Cabo at an all-inclusive resort. Like he's ready to go to dinner.
Yeah, he's making it deep into the game. Taran is going to dominate in challenges, be super competitive, and lead this tribe to victory.
I'm getting Davey vibes.
Davey
I
rules.
can't. It's too early for me to say Fairplay because I need to see him actually on camera.
Yeah. But just based on picture and description alone, I get Davey. Who were his favorite survivors?
He says Tony Vlacho's favorite, but he also mentions Caleb, and he says, I see blah, blah, blah. Players like Caleb, I hope to make it much deeper in the game than he did, which I was a big fan of Caleb.
Shots fired, Caleb.
Are we talking about Caleb, the beast mode cowboy, Caleb?
No one is ever referencing beast mode cowboy.
Caleb who?
Caleb from a couple seasons ago.
Oh,
yes.
Sorry. All the new era seasons kind of blend together. Okay, we're talking new. Okay, I was like, the only Caleb coming to mind is one that I don't think anyone would ever mention. So I'm extremely confused. Okay, it makes sense now.
Isn't he on a canceled list at this point?
I don't.
You're a beast mode. That's Caleb from Big Brother, right?
But he was also in Survivor. He's medevaced out.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about.
And he had his belt buckle that he didn't earn. I love when people proudly display a belt buckle that they earned in no way whatsoever and just had fashioned.
Dude.
I who won celebrity bull riding rode 11 bulls. Thank you. So.
Do you feel the same way about cowboy hats?
You're
fine.
I'll allow a hot girl or Bret Michaels to wear a cowboy hat at any time.
Okay. I love that the hot girls get the pass. Okay, very good.
And Bret Michaels. Because I do feel Bret Michaels wears the more feminine.
I wouldn't expect anything else from you.
I'm wearing a cowboy hat next time I see
Okay.
him.
Okay, Caleb, I got it. I got it now, y'all. I got it.
And I've met Caleb in real life. Incredible. I shockingly did not go further. So and maybe he was that likable. They're just like, yeah, this guy's gonna go.
Well, the thing with Caleb, I know we don't want to be dwelling on past seasons, but the thing with Caleb is that he had barely anybody going into the merge.
Yeah.
When you're going to be down in numbers, you're always going to have an uphill battle. So anyway, Taran looks great. I think potential to do really well.
Yeah, I think we're all makes the merge, and we have the ability to reassess at the end of these 6.
Yes.
All right. Next.
100%. Gabe Ortis. Look at that hair. I mean, that's some of the best hair that I've seen on Survivor in a long time.
I'm right here, Matt. I can hear the words.
But here's a crazy thing. This is the second person in a row from Maryland. So
three-game alliance. Maryland's a pretty small state.
Baltimore, Maryland, radio show host, 26 years old. 3 words to describe you are opportunistic, resourceful, and blunt. And it says, the new era opened a door to write yourself into a new set of history books. I wanted to make my mark before those books got written.
Cheesy.
So,
Well, no, I think he's saying the new era sucks.
Is that what he's saying?
All right, that's how it's like I wanted to write myself into, like, he goes, there's a new book being written. I wanted to write myself into the old books because those are better.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
But so Gabe is saying, when they say, who do you like to play like, he's just kind of one of those people that says, look, there are bits of a lot of players I resonate with. So he doesn't name somebody. So my thing is, that's kind of a cool answer, but I also feel like Gabe knows nothing about Survivor and doesn't know who any of the past players are. I feel like he was recruited based off of his looks, potentially, and that
I hate that answer.
He's really not. He doesn't mention anyone. I mentioned Lex Vandenberg when I had that stupid question. So those listening, when you're in LA, before they ship you out to play Survivor, they do pregame interviews and they ask you all this stuff, right? So like I said before, a lot of people were like, I want to play like Kelley Wentworth, or I want to play like this or that. Gabe says no one, so I don't think he's a super fan, which is fine with me. But I hope Gabe is here to play the game and not just kind of be a good-looking dude on TV. He loves poker and snowboarding. He says he can read people better than anyone he knows. And if I get an idol, I'm playing it. I think socially, Gabe is going to do well physically. But, man, I don't know if he's cut out for the cutthroat strategic gameplay that Survivor has in store for him. I'm a little concerned.
There's two things in his bio that stand out to me. One of his words to describe him is blunt.
Yeah.
Not always a good quality on Survivor.
Maybe he's talking about smoking them.
Well, Johnny, we get those when the cameras turn off. Don't tell everybody all the production.
We get hand rolls. It's amazing.
We actually do it like together. It's just a big thing we do as a family.
Yeah.
And then he
and
also
then paint the tri flag.
Yes. And then he also says that one of his pet peeves is passive aggression. Say what you mean. So I'm a little concerned about those two things that he mentioned in his bio, because maybe he's just saying them, but I think there's this balance in Survivor where even if that's how you feel, a lot of times, well, I don't know about you, Fairplay, you kind of just say whatever the fuck you want, but a lot of times it's best to, choose your battles. You really need to play to other people's personalities, and you can't just always say what you mean all the time. Depending on who you're talking to, you have to really evaluate everyone. So that would be my one kind of thing, looking at him going, I'm not really sure about that, but it could just be something that he's saying. But other than that, I'm kind of like middle of the road on Gabe, honestly.
Yeah, Kelley, I don't know if you caught, we had Liz Wilcox on last week, Miss
Applebee's.
Yes, Miss Applebee's.
Oh, girl.
And it was insane. She was two big takeaways from it. Like Matt was like, are you a huge Survivor fan? And she's like, no. She goes, my daughter is, and I would watch peripherally, while she was watching,
What?
And so she liked it. She enjoyed it, but she just wasn't a huge fan. So when she was cast, they're like, okay, you have to watch these 2 seasons. And I'm sure it's a Wentworth season and whatever. Sure. And they're like, you have to watch that. You're not going to be able to keep up with everyone else. And she was like, no, I'm not. And thank you. We got a very unique personality. She was herself. She was not a game bot, and she finished 4th place.
Listen, I'm not saying I do think that Liz was great casting. I will say, of all the new era seasons, last season I felt like we actually got a little more glimpse of kind of what Survivor used to be. Now the beginning was a mess. I thought those first 4 episodes, I was like honestly gonna go,
Is that all the Banu stuff?
It was Banu.
It was bad.
Terrible. Terrible.
It turned itself around, and I feel like it really did, make a name for itself as the season carried on. But yeah, I thought she was great.
Yeah, I think if Banu had left episode 2, we would look back at 46 as easily the best season of the new era.
Yeah, I think so too.
But he was a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, Banu, it drove me nuts.
It
No
was shoved
offense
in
to
our
Banu.
faces.
So
It's not Banu's
her
fault.
And her
No.
second thing that Liz said that I was most remarkable, but it was for those of you that haven't watched, please. There's so much to it. It's incredible. Liz is. I can't wait to have her back.
Yes.
So her tribe kept winning. So the first time she went to tribal was day 12. You know, and so, you know, Venus is like, oh my God, this is on my checklist to go to tribal count. And just like, okay, well, everyone goes to tribal. Like, you know, like you kind of have to go to tribal unless you're medevac, you know. And you know, and then the next person's like, oh yes, this is on my bucket list, blah, blah, blah. And so, you know, Jeff gets to he's like, Liz, what do you think? And she goes, I don't care how much you paid your stupid art department to make this fake set and the charade of answers that you're asking for just for content. Can we just do the stupid voting thing?
No, she did not.
Yeah. And she goes, and at that moment, I knew that Jeff Probst hated me.
Listen, he hates a lot of people. It's okay.
Yeah, I was like, I had a few of those moments, Liz. It's okay. You're in good company.
And that's the moment he stopped asking her questions. Okay, got it. That's amazing.
You know what? Some of the greatest edits ever in the history of the show, they did not participate in tribal. Case in point, right here. I was just like, because everybody was just like, hey, I'm just like, yeah, I got nothing. And he was just like, do you not understand? I'm just like, I understand that I do a really good confessional and you'll learn my game there. I was like, there's no rule that this fire means truth serum that everyone else appears to be under the false presumption of.
Yeah, he did that to Kelley Wigglesworth too. He asked her a question. She just said like, yes. And he's like, do you not understand the point of tribal? It's like, yeah, she doesn't want to talk. She doesn't want to talk. Just move on to the next person. Who cares?
Yeah, I understand your point of tribal, but but that does not. I mean, I can sit here and lie for 15 minutes, but like, I'm not even going to remember what I said when I get back to camp.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I like Gabe, but as much as I like Gabe, I'm going pre-merge boot. So, and I want more people like Gabe to play. I want the honesty. I want I don't feel we're there yet in which half the cast is going to play the Gabe version of the game versus I think we're gonna skew more than 50% game bots here because that's just the way the new era has been thus far.
Yeah, I could see it. See it.
All right. Next up,
Kyle ran Oswald, 31 years old from Michigan, construction worker. Listen, Kyle looks like, and this is, I'm drawing a blank. Remember when
JT?
That or firefighter Tom did that epic challenge.
Oh, Ian.
Yes.
Well, this kid's not 7 feet tall, I don't think.
He's not, but
he's wearing a long shirt like Vanilla Ice wears.
He's 31. He said he's fun, ambitious, and creative. And he travels around the country for over 6 years living in a van. So for this guy, I feel like living by the river. I don't think playing Survivor on a tropical island is going to affect Kyle at all, considering he had that van life. I also don't
know
think
about that van life, Matt.
Well, I don't think Kyle's also a huge longtime Survivor fan, which I like because he mentions Jesse from season 43 as his main, kind of person that he wants to play like. So he wants to win the $1 million prize. Like, I don't think Kyle is going there to become a podcaster, an influencer, or a reality star. He is a construction worker there to win $1 million. I don't think Kyle is going to win the $1 million. But he says, I love to travel. I love being a dad. And yeah,
I would love to do a podcast about Kyle's failures to be an influencer when this is over. I think.
and I want to ask you too about this. When it asks you a question that says, who is the biggest inspiration and why? He says this is like a Jonny Fairplay answer. I am my biggest inspiration. So like he literally is telling everyone that he's inspired by himself. That's typically not an answer that you say, right?
Can I add something here?
Of
So I
course.
did not look at the bios, but my dad was actually here a couple of days ago just for the night, and he was looking through them, and I said, Dad, give me the shortened version of these people. And he goes,
Sure.
well, Kyle said he's his biggest inspiration. And I was like, what? And then he told me about how he said, oh yeah, look at what I was dealt in life and what I did with it. But I don't know what did he do for himself? He said he had like the hardest life or something. What, I need to know more. Where I don't see that anywhere.
Well, you lived in a van down by the river.
That is that is by choice. Van life is by choice.
Yeah, I don't
Anyway,
know. I'm
I
trying
need
to
to know
look
more
through
about
here.
this person.
You would who was the kid on Jetsy's season? Cody, the professional couch surfer. That should be this guy's fucking spirit animal.
Yeah. But he's got a beautiful wife and kids, and he built himself a house, I think. So he is his biggest
Cody
inspiration.
did?
Oh, this guy.
So he mentions Jesse from 43. Then he says, being that I am an old school Survivor player with new school abilities, I would say that JT, if he was just a good person doing his thing and climbing the ladder without making folks feel uncomfortable. Wait, is he talking about the dude that like couldn't climb a ladder a couple seasons ago? Or is he talking about?
Well, he said JT, right?
Yeah, he says JT. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Kyle Ren or Kylo Ren knows what's going on.
Punctuation and grammar was important on your bio.
Yeah,
you think someone in copy could have cleaned this up a little bit for you.
Yeah, and he says I've experienced and accomplished more than anybody in my family ever has, and just to think,
you got the
I'm just
van.
getting started. I feel that his expectation of making his family proud and winning this game, I think he's going to get into this game and realize, holy shit, this is a lot harder than I thought it was. And I'm kind of over my head a little bit. So I feel his confidence is going to be a little bit too much. And I don't know, Kyle, how I think you're going to do.
I think this is our third non-Kamala voter of the new era.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, I feel that Kyle seems like, a good person, but based on just the bio, if I saw a video like Kelley said, it could be a totally different thing. But I'm saying early boot if they go to tribal.
To me, it's feeling like he is going to be the one that comes in the tribe and is, I don't want to say bossy, but is basically going to be like, I know what we need to do, because he's a construction worker.
Yeah.
So let's say he's trying to do the shelter or something, and his bio is just screaming like a little bit egotistical, I guess is maybe the word I would want to say, but that might not be the right word in this situation. But it's just very much like, I'm the best, and doesn't always go over very well.
Yeah.
So
sometimes like a fart in church. As the
I do like confidence, right? I like type A confident kind of people, but I'm just not convinced yet based off of the bio and the photo of how
I can say this for Kyle. I don't know if you heard the rumor and innuendo. No more sweater savvy.
Yes, thank God.
I did see that today.
Yes, and we can thank Jelinski because we lost gold because of sweater savvy last season. If Jelinski doesn't quit the sweat, we have Jelinski wins 46 according to Jelinski.
According to Jelinski, yes.
So instead of Kyle being out there not ostracizing the rest of his tribe because he's sweating and failing, we have him building the shelter and yelling at people.
Perfect.
But
I'm here for the TV of the, from that. I'm here for that.
But let's see the rest of this cast. Maybe this cast needs some order, and maybe this guy making a super Boston Rob shelter. That brings. They're just like, well, this guy's a dickhead, but we got a pretty awesome shelter, and and this guy ain't gonna quit in a challenge, and I got money that says he could climb a fucking ladder.
Yeah.
So,
but Fairplay, look at the other men on the tribe. How do you think he fits in with those two personalities? that we just talked about. You know, like we have to think about that too if they lose. So let's do the rest of the tribe.
I
and then
can see him and that last guy being pals,
bros. It's like a Jesse Cody situation, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they could bro out. So all right, so I'm gonna go merge for now, and we'll continue this debate.
Okay, fair.
All right. Dude, Sue Smey, 59 years old. I mean, look at this
59
photo.
years young.
But look, if this photo does not show a confident woman, I don't know what does. Like most of the time, I think cast photos are terrible and suck. I think Sue is like, look, I'm owning this shit. She's from New York, flight school owner. She considers herself badass, fearless, adrenaline junkie, a lifelong dream to play Survivor. She's super competitive. She says, I want the title. I want to be a legend, like the two people, Jonny Fairplay and Kelley Wentworth, I'm doing this podcast with.
Oh, stop. More.
Listen, she says, I grew up spending my summers on an island with generations of family. We were poor, no drinking water, no hot water, no heat. So I feel like she's had, like someone else we talked about earlier,
Bono.
a shitty upbringing.
We also had similar circumstances with Nasir, and Nasir was lovable throughout. Nasir
was. Sue looks like someone I would see Lisa Vanderpump hanging out with. This person to me looks like a not desperate housewives, but housewives of blah blah blah.
You're just desperate.
But she says she wants to play like Tony Vlachos and Suri, which this is the second time I've seen Tony's name. But here's the thing: it says, "I am a Sigma female, an introvert. I thrive to be a champion, but I don't want a pat on the back." And she's a self-proclaimed badass.
Is she a little person, or is it just the dress?
No, I think it's just a dress. I think she's probably short, like that girl from Kokomo, Indiana. We talked about. I think she was a hairdresser with dreadlocks.
Rupert.
Yeah, Rupert. But no, I don't think Sue's a little person, but she's one of the older people on this. Well, the oldest person on this tribe.
Sure.
Quite possibly the oldest person on Survivor. However, looking at her 59-year-old physique, I think she is a badass. So I'm here for Sue because there's not a lot of older people represented, I feel, on New Era Survivor.
I love it.
Sue could kick my ass for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to put that out there.
Wrestling or leg wrestling.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She's taken me down. No doubt. I mean,
have you ever leg wrestled someone, Wentworth?
Only in Jello.
I was about to say I have not with clothes on.
That was obviously a lie. Okay.
No, mine was true. I've never won, but I feel like I've won them all.
Oh, you tried your best.
Yeah. Well, did I?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
Oh my Lord.
It's all a blur.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I like Sue. I am a little concerned if this tribe loses. I do think older people are always at a disadvantage, especially early on. But I think she'll be able to hold her weight in challenges. I did see a little intro video of her. A lot of personality, it appears.
Sure.
I wonder how that will fit in with the rest of the people we've talked about. But I
feel like her and the bros I could see them working together.
We'll see. I like her. I think she's cool. Flight school owner. I mean, I'm here for the character that is Sue.
Yeah, and this harkens old school Survivor right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I just like Kelley. Like I worry a little bit because when I'm looking at the young women we have yet to talk about, and I'm looking over here at my papers of the guys, she is potentially going to be the odd person out. I don't know if she's going to say that she's 59. Could she get by with saying that she's younger? I don't know if that'll make a difference, but
I wouldn't hold 59 against her if I'm out there. I'm
Yeah.
not. Well, I'm not a ageist, sexist, or racist.
Yeah, me
Personally.
neither.
So
No, same,
like like honestly, if she
seems
told me
like
she was 59, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go, girl.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some of these like older, like parent kind of figures tend to not be able to relate with some of these younger
don't
generation
parent
of
me.
people.
Be my friend, not my mom.
I'm
I got a
hoping
mom at home.
Yeah, I'm hoping Sue's like just like super energetic and like just like, yo, like this fucking rules. We're gonna have a great time on Survivor. Let's kill it. And maybe she'll bring like before a challenge
as her luxury item.
No, but just like going into a challenge, I feel like she could be the one out of all these people that's kind of like stepping up and kind of dominating the conversation of how we're going to do this challenge. I feel like her confidence based off this photo is going to be contagious. And I think the guy we did before, Kyle Oswald, if they go to tribal council
Kylo
Ren is going to get voted out before Sue Smey does.
Okay, I could
So
see it. I hope Sue sticks around.
I do too.
Yeah. Right now, I see her and the bros working together, but let's see these last two women, because I could also see the bros showmancing it up and pissing their game away. So who do we have next?
Carolyn Vidmar, 27 years old, from Palos Verdes, California / Chicago, Illinois, a strategy consultant.
That's not even a real job.
Yeah, I don't know what that even means.
That means salamander collect. She's from House Hunters. So she has a budget of $4.6 million. She's been out of school for 3 years, and she collects salamanders as her occupation. Strategy consultant. That's not even those words don't even go together.
I agree. She says she's adventurous, enthusiastic, and supportive. It's been a dream to go on Survivor since I was 5. She's now 27, so 22 years she's been watching Survivor. So she is definitely a fan. What's that?
Has it been on? All right, yeah. I was making sure the math.
Yeah, and then she says, which previous player do you identify most with? I resonate with Tori from season 42. I have no idea who that even is.
I know who Tori is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Emily from season 45. It says, I love their honest takes and thoughts. I'd also love to play like D. Her strategy drove the game. Of course, she's going to say D because D won.
Sure.
I have no idea who Tori is.
I do.
So what do you think about her? And this is a question they ask everybody, but based off her answers, do we feel like she knows the game of Survivor or no?
Sure. I mean, like Tori, I used to chat with Tori back in the day. She did sequester prior to Survivor, so she was Emily, I feel as a survivor, like Emily has literally put out there that, if she's done, if they don't call, so, I'm sure Caroline didn't know that when she answered the questionnaire.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's a big fan. She's been watching for a very long time. Right. Yeah. So, she says her biggest inspirations are her dad, her brother, and her mom. So family's obviously important for Caroline. She's travels. She said the day after my final Survivor interview, I flew to Chile to backpack the Patagonia W Trek. It was fantastic endurance training. So I feel like the one thing that Carolyn is doing here is preparing for Survivor. I imagine she's ordered some flint off of Amazon and practiced making fire. So I feel
she might have ordered the flint. We don't know that she used it.
Yeah, but I mean, she acts like she's, prepared for this adventurous game. 27. I like Carolyn, but she just seems like not as, out of the people that I've looked at thus far.
Sure.
She's kind of like not made the biggest like wow factor.
There's not a lot of splash here. Like it's just
No.
it's very it's a little bland if I'm being honest, and that's
Yes.
fine. That's fine. Obviously a big fan of the show, so
Great.
potential game bot. I'm just not through her answers. I'm not seeing a lot of personality, I suppose. So I would have to see her out there. So in terms of entertainment factor for me, not so sure. And then I don't know how she's going to do, because I think that sometimes, well, this has happened quite a few times with people that really, really love Survivor and think they know everything about Survivor, is that they flame out very early because it's like,
well, they've never
Mm-hmm.
camped outside in their backyard, much less,
Mm-hmm.
on an island for 20, however many days.
Yeah. So, and she could be a great person. I don't, I'm not trying to
Sure.
throw shade or anything. It's just based on the answers. It's,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first boot.
Oh, those are
I
strong
don't
words
see
there.
the bros pursuing, and I don't see her looking for pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
This is not Big Brother.
I'm
And Kyle is married, happily married with a beautiful wife and children.
well. I mean,
Oh my!
you don't think he had a couple wives when he was living in that van?
Oh my Lord, this is taking a turn. Okay.
All right, Kylo Van.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm going. I see the bros and the Vanderpump lady working together. I think Caroline thus far is odd man out. We shall see with the next one where we're at. All right.
Final person, Tiana Hallums, 27 years old, flight attendant from Aya, Hawaii.
Sure.
I probably totally wrong.
Who's to say, Matt?
Hey, who's to say? Adventurous, like the 59-year-old said on her bio. Multi-passionate and funny. Why do you want to be on Survivor? OMG, why don't I want to be on Survivor, right? I love adventure. Obviously, Survivor is the greatest adventure of all of our lives. Like if you're saying like, wow, Survivor,
I don't know.
I've done a lot of cool shit.
I spent a night in Reno one night. That's pretty comparable.
But I will say the thing I really love about Tiana is D1 athlete, which I know, Kelley, you were friends with someone who is on your season.
I am.
D1 athlete, Laura Alexander, who is a badass. So she said, this person said, I played volleyball for Gonzaga University and sand volleyball for University of Utah. I resonate a lot with poverty, and I love Gabler, which we have Gabler on the next podcast. Which
we have Gabler Monday night.
Yeah, I can't wait for Gabler. I've never met Gabler. I completely, when he won, I said, this is the worst despicable winner of all time. I hate this guy.
You did not.
I did. I said,
holy shit. Those are strong words.
No, I just was like,
Matt did not appreciate Gabler hiding in plain sight.
Oh
yeah,
my
I was like giving away your money.
You thought it was like fake or something? Like
I don't know. I was not the biggest fan watching Gabler and podcasting about it. But everything I've heard about Gabler from King George, Jonny Fairplay, and everybody, I'm gonna love Gabler.
Yeah.
Have you met Gabler Wentworth?
No, which he lives in Idaho, so we're in Pac Northwest. But no, I've never met him.
How far are you from Boise?
Oh, far.
Is it?
Yeah, probably.
I'm doing a viewing party. I'm doing a viewing party in Boise.
What do you do? Why are you doing a viewing party in Boise, Idaho?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Just so you can go hang out with Gabler.
I'm gonna go do mushrooms with Gabler. It's fine.
There's gonna be like 5 people there, but Johnny's gonna do drugs with Gabler.
Okay,
Not
wait.
drugs.
When is this?
Mushrooms.
Okay.
When is
Maybe
this?
we're having pizza, Matt. Who's to say?
Maybe mushroom pizza. That's right.
Fairplay. When is this?
I don't know. We're zeroing it in next week.
But listen,
Boise,
Tiana says I am smart.
Kelley's like, you had me at mushrooms.
What the fuck? I'd have to be drunk as hell for that one. Okay, anyway. All right.
No,
let's keep going with her.
So Tiana says I'm smart, tenacious, cutthroat, socially aware, magnetic personality. I want this more than anyone, and I'll stay up all night finding 1,000 idols if I have to. The determination, the athletic ability, I think is awesome. I love the fact that she's like lives in Hawaii. I
Me
think
too. I
she's
want to
gonna
visit her, talk about stuff.
I think she's gonna go far, and I think she is gonna really bond with the three guys that we spoke about, the first people that we did. So
Little sister type scenario, and then Caroline's just odd man out.
Yeah, I feel like if they go to tribal, let's say they lost 2 challenges in a row, the first person that's going is Carolyn Vidmar, and the second person that is going is Sue Smey, and now you have the 3 men and Tiana.
Who was the first guy? I don't remember the first guy. Who was the first guy? TK?
Taryn?
TK, yeah.
TK.
So okay. I feel like Tiana is going to be the last woman standing of this blue tribe. She is going to make merge, and she's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the physical game. And she's got a very nice smile. And I think she's going to be great socially as well. Tiana, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, I think Tiana's almost giving like a Sydney or I'm trying to think. She just seems like really, really strong, but also has the personality. Yeah, I could see D as well. Just that like very athletic woman, but also very, very strong in like game personality, social game.
But that big smile, you can hide a lot behind that big smile.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, I think she's going to do really well.
I think she's of this entire tribe. I think she's my favorite person.
Yeah, me too.
I think I agree with that too. So we're all in agreement, and that's the beauty of these cast assessments. Is like I said, we are probably totally all completely wrong with all of you.
It's fine. Just because we played Survivor doesn't mean we know shit, y'all. So we're just having fun here. All right.
That smile, like she saved her money, our flight attendant money. It's surgery. It's like she can't even smile. It's a forced smile. She's just a horrible person.
And you know what? Being a flight attendant, I mean, you're basically a server in the air. You're dealing with some stuff. You're dealing with people every day that are pissed off, that are flying. So I think that it actually prepares you quite well.
Yeah, no, as I said, my winner pick is reserved for the Yellow Tribe, the Monday podcast for me personally. But of the Blue Tribe, Tiana is my favorite.
Yeah, I say so. And I have not, we've done now 2 tribes.
Yeah.
And I do not have my winner pick. I do not have my winner pick.
Yeah. Wentworth, do you have a looking at the entire?
I need to look at the videos. I actually like the videos more than even the written bios. So
sure.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. As I said, I saw a couple and they were so big brothery. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going into this cold. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to watch any of these videos so I don't hate someone for no reason. And then watch the show and enjoy it for what it is.
I love I'm going in.
Yeah, I'm anti-trailers on movies. I bring me in cold and just let me experience it the way Jeff Probst and God intended.
But Jeff Probst and God put out these interviews so that you could get a sneak peek.
No, the CBS marketing team did that. It has nothing to do with Jeff Probst.
Did you see the NFL one they did?
The what?
Did you see the one where they introduced the cast and it was NFL?
Oh yeah, I thought that was the best thing they've done in years.
Well, no, I thought it was funny. I just was like, it took me a second. Like it didn't. I don't know. I was like, what is going on here?
It almost had like a hint of Love Island in it. Do you think that? I mean, like
it was definitely like an NFL Monday Night Football lineup.
Well, I mean, it seemed like cooler than what, it's just like, hey, remember when we had good personalities and not a bunch of nerds? I'm like, yeah, here you go.
Well, all I gotta say is if
these 2 people are semi-famous. Do you almost recognize them? Yeah. Well, here you go.
I just know my ass is gonna be so tired of that one guy. I just fucking know it. That my ass is so tired.
John Lovett.
Love it. I just know it.
That's my winner pick.
Oh my god, he is gonna be shoved so far down our throats. That's not his fault. It's like
we're gonna get Mike Whited.
Yeah.
I will say, if I'm
He's the
on
new Mike
season
White.
47,
prepare for it.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Season 47, if I'm a cast member and I'm watching all the podcasts out there talk about them, the fact that 3 Survivor players right now, former Survivor players on this podcast, are praising and talking about these people, I think it's just really cool. Welcome to the family, everyone.
Yeah.
Last night, Kelley, we had 2 of the 6 watching live.
Yes.
Oh, cute. That's great.
Yeah, we didn't know Teeny's pronouns, and Teeny is like, she's fine, they's fine, whatever's fine. I was like,
no, Teeny's cool. I did so Teeny sent me a DM. I know we're wrapping up on time here, but Teeny sent me a DM. We did a Zoom call. I was just during COVID randomly calling people because I was sitting at my house doing nothing. So I was like, I'm just gonna like call people on like Zoom or Instagram. I was just like dialing them up. And Teeny sent me this video from when I called Teeny. You can't really see it.
Hold on. No, you can't. Give me 1 second. We can. Hold on.
Oh, you can't see it?
We will now.
And there we are.
Oh, Teeny.
There we are.
That's awesome, Kelley.
Teeny was like, I'll never forget this call. You pulled me into Survivor. So anyway, Teeny's a fan. Teeny's on. Teeny made it. That just shows y'all.
And Teeny did not list you as her number 1, even with a
Teeny
Zoom
didn't need
call?
to do that. Teeny didn't need to do that. But
Teeny, what an asshole move.
oh my God, no, stop. That's not why I told it. But that's like immediate, like number 1 rose to the top, rooting for you. So
yes, is Teeny your winner pick? If you,
no, not yet. I'm not saying that. Okay, calm down.
Okay.
So I imagine, Kelley, you do a lot of stuff on your Instagram. So after like you do the podcast and etc., you're gonna probably go online and kind of state who you think might be the winner.
Well, yeah, but I'm probably gonna do it funny. Like I'm gonna do it based on their pet peeves or something.
Yes. Right.
Okay. Do you think you can shoot us a message and let us know by Monday so we during the Gabler we can give your pick?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
All right. So everyone, now you got to watch Gabler, whether you like him or you hate him like Matt Bischoff. You got to watch the Gabler podcast to hear Kelley Wentworth's winner pick.
I can't wait to do.
It's fine.
Yeah. We're always wrong. Literally, we're always wrong. But that's the beauty of it. But Kelley, thank you so much for joining us on this.
Yeah, where can we find you on what's all your social medias?
It's just my name, Kelley Wentworth on Instagram, and then TikTok. It's Kelley Wentworth _ because somebody has Kelley Wentworth.
Yeah, someone has Jonny Fairplay there. Stupid TikToks. And Kelley, there's 2 E's in Kelley.
Thank you.
Because we don't know why. And and Matt Bischoff is at the Matt Bischoff because someone stole Matt Bischoff, but he's Matt Bischoff on the other thing. Yes, it's fun. I am at Jonny Fairplay on everything but TikTok, and on TikTok I'm at Fairplay Talk. Kelley, are you doing you do cameos?
I do.
Okay, well, right now, for those of you that want a cameo from a Survivor, it is Survivor Cameo Month. If you get a cameo from a Survivor, your next cameo is 50% off from another Survivor. So get yourself a Kelley Wentworth cameo, get yourself a Jonny Fairplay cameo, and that's your 2, and stop right there.
There you go. That's solid, though. Like, listen, I've been in the room when Jonny Fairplay bust out his cameos on many occasions.
Oh, I got the new setup now. Oh my God, I got Mullet Jeff Probst over here. I got the Survivor here. Peek behind the curtain.
Oh my Lord!
Look at this. Mullet Jeff.
Oh,
Probst.
Nice! Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Great?
That's awesome.
So and then we got the tombstone and the Survivor. Oh yeah, all the gimmicks.
So Kelley, do you have any of your memorabilia from your seasons, like torch, outfits, etc.?
Okay, they used to not give us our torches. Now they give you your torch. So that's how nice that must be. I do have my clothing. I will tell you though, I was in such a bad headspace on all 3 of my seasons that I did not keep my bag or my canteen. I literally threw them away at the resort. People are horrified when I say that, but I just left.
Wow.
Them. I didn't even want to.
Yellowman threw his away, and I took it out of the trash. I was just like, I'm selling this for Give Kids the World.
Dude.
Yeah, I just left it behind. So, but I do have my clothing, and I have some the tree mail, things like that are cool. But
are those things
awesome.
are those items that you will keep forever, Kelley?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, like Survivor has meant a lot to you in your life.
Yeah.
And
I sold pretty much everything but this. And so for fans versus favorites, when I got there to the finale, someone, I'm not naming names because I could get in trouble. A high up at CBS was like, "Hey, Fairplay, can you come?" And I was just like, "Uh-oh, what did I do now?" And I just assumed I was in trouble because I stay in trouble. And they're like, "We understand that you tried to get your torch from Pro Islands and you were doing press at the time and you couldn't get blah blah blah." And so someone from production stole this from your torch. Brought it back and gave it to me to give to you. And so this is from my torch from months later.
That's so nice,
isn't it? I mean, it's not my torch, but I'll take it.
But Fairplay, now they just give them their torches. What the
fuck
is that?
Well,
I'll admit I'm a fucking hater.
There was so
I'm
much
a hater
drama
on that shit.
There was so much drama in the LBC that they had to. So yeah.
Fucked up.
Yeah. So
I'm not
anyway, all right.
Kelley Wentworth, Jonny Fairplay. This has been so fun. I always look forward to doing these cast assessments leading into a season.
And we look forward to the next 6 people on the Yellow Tribe all saying their favorite Survivor is you. So
yes.
No. They must have shown them different seasons because that's the only reason that it happens. People just choose whoever is on their mind from the season that production decides to show them.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Tony Vlachos is apparently the flavor of the month.
So maybe they're showing them Cagayan. I don't know.
There we go. Yeah. And Bryce didn't make the cut. All right.
Oh,
well,
Bryce.
Stay tuned for our final, the 3rd tribe. I believe it's the Yellow Tribe, which will be recording on Monday night. With Gabler, I'm gonna have to do a lot of apologies.
Yes,
and backtracking,
walking back some Alec Gabler statements.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very nervous. Hopefully, he's never listened to the shit I talked on him. But Gabler, now I love you. So Kelley, thank you, Jonny Fairplay, all you Survivor fans out there. We are so looking forward to
see me live. Go to SurvivorTix.com, buy tickets, and see me live on the road.
And we will see you next time. Cheers, everybody. And good night.